research has shown that people in Australia think that roast lamb should be our national dish. I don't know if I'm 100% sure about that. There's still that meat pie and the lamington. It's debatable, but today I'm going to show you my version of roast lamb. And what I have here are beautiful little rumps. And look, if you don't have time to do a whole roast lamb, then this is for you, especially if you only want to cook for two. So to start with, I'm going to start with the salad. And in this salad, I'm using pickled onions, and I love pickled onions. So I've just got a Spanish onion here, and I'm just slicing it as thin as I can, and we're cooking this in vinegar, and it just changes the texture of it. So in essence, that's pickling. So I've got a little pot here, and I have some vinegar, so apple cider vinegar for this, into the pot with some caster sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. And then once that warms up, we're going to add our onions, and that's as easy as it is for pickling. I would recommend leaving that for at least 1 hour in that pickling liquid, or what you could do is leave them in the fridge 24 hours, even a week. They'll take on that wonderful vinegary flavour, and they can be used in sandwiches, or like we're doing today, we're going to use it in our salad. So let's take that off the heat, in with our onions. So just give that a mix, and then leave that just to steam. But I have prepared some just an hour ago, and you can see how much they've transformed. Even the colour of that onion has gone into the vinegar, and they've become so soft. They'll even, I have a taste now, even that real pungent raw flavour of the onion has completely gone, and you're left with this vinegary, almost sweet, sort of yummy onion, I guess. All right, let's put that to the side. So onto our little lamb rumps here. I'm just going to put a pan onto a medium heat here, and we'll prep our lamb. We just want to pierce the lamb twice, just like so, just to the centre here. So we've got little pockets, and what we add to these pockets are garlic and just half a sprig of thyme. And I'll tell you what, after this is roasted in the oven, you'll actually get the flavour of thyme and the garlic throughout it. It really makes a difference. And there we have it, easy as that, just giving flavour to that lamb roast. So a good pinch of salt onto this lamb rump, even some pepper, good crack there, and we're just sealing it in the pan at this stage. We're getting some good colour on that lamb on that side. It's going to take about 1 minute. I'm going to turn it over another minute, so this is just sealing the lamb, and then we're going to pop it in the oven at around 180 degrees until it's cooked. So I like mine to be medium rare, so that's going to take about 15 minutes in the oven. Of course, we'll rest that up. So instead of serving my lamb rumps with roast potato and roast veg, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a hummus or a chickpea puree. This is so simple to do, and it really works with the lamb. So I've got my little food processor here, and I have 1 can of chickpeas that I've just drained. In they go. 1 clove of garlic, just like that. Don't worry about chopping it. With a little bit of tahini, which is sesame paste. I've got some cumin powder here, which I've just toasted in a pan just to release that extra cumin flavour that I love. I want a good amount of lemon juice. We'll just catch the seeds in my hand like that. We don't want them to go into this puree. Also, a good pinch of salt, some extra virgin olive oil here, so a good plug to start with. And we're going to give that a really good blitz, and I'll continue adding a little bit of that olive oil there just until it emulsifies. Right, let's have a look. We have the perfect puree. You can see it's pale in colour, it's soft, and we're using a little bit here just to plate up 1 portion of this lamb rump, but keep the rest in the fridge. Makes excellent spread on your sandwich or even as a dip. To finish off the salad, I have some herbs here. Instead of using the typical lettuce, I have a little bit of mint and some parsley. And this is where we start adding our pickled onions. And I'll just take a couple of handfuls in, a good plug of extra virgin olive oil. So just toss that, just make sure that it's distributed evenly like that. Now all we have to do is wait for that lamb to cook. We need to allow it to rest. So if it's cooking for about 10 to 15 minutes, I highly recommend allowing it to rest for 4 minutes. And then all we have to do is start plating it up. There are so many different cuts of pork, and I think that it's very important to know how to cook them the best way. So I've got 3 examples for you today. Let's start over here. This is the pork loin, and you can see here it's really, really lean. For me, this is a premium cut, and I'd highly recommend using this for steaks, grilling on the barbecue, just really cutting them into small portions and flash frying. Also a great way is to just cut them into strips for stir fry. Moving on to the second cut, we've got a rack of pork here. So it's still the loin, but the bones are attached, and this is fantastic for roasting, especially if you've got a dinner party. Also, ask your butcher to keep the skin on, and you'll get lovely crackling for this. Of course, leaving the bone on means that this meat will stay moist throughout the cooking process. The last cut, and I thought it was important to show you, was the pork belly. It's popular amongst us all, and I think because it's got that beautiful marbling and it is so versatile. Here you've got bacon, you've got roasting, you've got slow braising. All of this can be done with the pork belly. So that's just a little crash course on the different cuts. So next time you're at your butcher, make sure you choose the right cut for your right dish. Okay, so the lamb has rested, so all we have to do is plate up, and let's slice this lamb, and I like it to be really pink inside. Perfectly cooked. And you can see there's not too many juices running out. By resting that meat, all those juices relax, they stay inside the meat, keeping it extra juicy. It will be perfect. Alright, so a good dollop of this hummus or chickpea puree to start with. Then I like to put the lamb just on top like so. And I've got a little bit of harissa here. Just, not essential, but just for a little bit of spice if you like your chili. Harissa is a Tunisian chili paste, which I think works wonderfully with lamb like this. On that goes. And lamb, Greek yogurt works perfectly also. So I'm going to get a good dollop of that just on top. And you can see when you start eating that, you mix all these flavours together. Yum. Right, good dollop. On that goes. And our salad just on top. The pickled onions, they look so bright and purple. I like that. And there you have it. All it needs now is just a good drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And there you have it. That's my version of roast lamb and veg. Yes, it's not with beef, pumpkin and potato. It's a little bit different, but I tell you what, they say that lamb's Australia's national dish. I think it is because that one is probably one of my favourites.